What's going on, guys? It's Knives here, and today we are going to be reviewing this Great British Ales collection. So I see a box like this, probably not this exact same one, but very similar Great British Ale collection every time I go into Aldi, which is pretty much once a month. So I figured, why not just bite the bullet and try it? I didn't think I liked ales, but since working in this new pub for the past year, I've discovered that I kind of do like ales. So I thought, why not try some of the Great British best ones out? It doesn't say best on there, but maybe these will be the best. So you can probably tell I have opened up this box already. They're already in the fridge because it's been fucking hot and I wanted them to chill overnight so that I would have a chance to drink them cold and not just lukewarm. But there was nothing fancy inside here anyway. There was no insert or anything like that. It was just 6 bottles. And the bottles that you get in here are Ruddle's Best Country Ale, Old Golden Hen, Greene King IPA, Old Speckled Hen, East Coast IPA, and 80 shilling. Don't know what that is, it doesn't say. So I didn't pick these up every other time that I went into Aldi and saw them because my brain went, they're old man beers, I don't think I'll like them. But, you know, I picked up the box and I actually read some of the descriptions and some of them sound alright, so don't judge a beer by its cover. Stuff like Old Speckled Hen and Ruddles and even the Greene King IPA, definitely things that you see old men drinking. And I've quite recently discovered that I don't really like just plain old IPAs, but this one's only 3.6% volume, so I probably will like that one. I prefer the lower strength things. But yeah, I guess we'll just go get our first beer. Having a rare spell throughout the day where I've got one clear nostril, so we're going to have a beer whilst we can taste. Starting out with the Old Speckled Hen because it is the highest percentage at 4.8%. Says, Old Speckled Hen owes its name not to a bird but to a car, a paint-spattered featherweight fabric saloon, the MG factory runaround, fondly referred to as the Old Speckled Hen thanks to its mottled appearance. Our famous beer with its distinctive and delicious toffee malt character was first brewed in 1979 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the iconic MG factory. Okay, I didn't know that. It was named after a car instead of a bird. That's something that I found out today. The only thing that I know about this beer is that whenever I went past it in the supermarket as a kid, I just thought that's an old man's beer. Same with John Smith's and stuff like that. It's just old man's beer. Gonna be quick before my nostril blocks up. It's really trying glass. Perfect pour if I do say so myself. It smells slightly sweet, but I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I can smell the bitterness. Even though it smells sweet. It's got a nice colour to it. It's like dark orange, almost red. It looks way darker on camera than it is in real life. Like I said, it is dark orange to red, but on there it looks... Damn, it almost looks black on there, but it's really not. I'm not expecting to love this. I'm not a fan of bitters. I think this is a bitter anyway. It says English Pale Ale, but, you know, it looks... If I just saw this in a glass, I would say it looked like a bitter. It smells not bad, it just smells like beer. This smells like when you walk into a really old-fashioned pub, and it just smells like beer, and it's not distinctly any sort of beer, it's just beer. That's what this smells like. Cheers. That's way sweeter than I was expecting, but then it changes to being malty. That's not what I was expecting at all. I don't like that initial taste. I don't know what that is, but it's not nice. Once it cools off and it just turns to like maltiness, then it's nice, but that initial taste is not good. Whatever that is just not for me. It says distinct and delicious toffee malt character, so maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe that initial thing is toffee. If I try hard, then I can get toffee, but honestly for me, it's just like a really weird sweetness. And then once that goes away, it just tastes malty. And that I can get behind, that I quite like. But the toffee or whatever kind of sweetness that's in there initially is just, it's weird and it ruins it for me. Yeah, no, I don't know about that one. I'll definitely finish it because the aftertaste is nice, but I will not be going out of my way to get another Old Speckled Hen. Maybe I'm not quite old enough for that. Old Speckled Hen, 5 out of 10. Right, so Old Speckled Hen wasn't my favourite, so naturally the second one that we're going to go to is Old Golden Hen. Now this is golden ale, apparently. It says Old Golden Hen, brewed with rare galaxy hops for a hint of tropical fruit and sun-kissed malted barley for a smooth finish. This refreshing ale is a drop of golden sunshine. Refreshing golden ale. 4.1% volume, 500 millilitres. I don't know if I'm being stupid, because clearly I don't know shit, but to me, the Old Speckled Hen was a pale ale. That's what it said on the bottle. It wasn't very pale. It looked like more of a bitter to me. This would strike me as a pale ale rather than a golden ale. I would call the other one a golden ale, but like I just said, I am still learning. I am, I like beer, so I taste beer and I give my opinions on beer. I didn't say that I knew shit about beer. I just enjoy beer, so that's my thoughts on Old Speckled Hen and Old Golden Hen, which we are now reviewing. So this one smells tropical, right out the bat. This one smells a lot better than the other one. I'm getting fruity, maybe pineapple. My brain's going passion fruit. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the tropical vibes from this one. What did it say? Refreshing ale, drop of golden sunshine, tropical fruit and sun-kissed malted barley. So I think it's going to be a little bit bitter. I think it might have some sweetness to it, but I'm really hoping that this is nice. This bit doesn't fit in the glass, so if that was slightly less bitter, then that would be really, really nice. This is the colour. It looks a lot darker on camera. In fact, you know what? No, it doesn't. That looks actually quite true to life. Unlike usual, it looks darker on camera. That actually looks pretty bang on, to be fair. Dark orange golden colour. Tropical, pineapple, passion fruit, mango, I guess, that sort of thing. I don't know if it's the galaxy hops I can taste, or the barley. But whatever that is, if that wasn't there, then this would be really nice. It's a little bit too bitter for me. I prefer things rather sweet than bitter. It's got the taste of the normal Old Speckled Hen in it. On the end. I don't know, maybe if you just skip the video back a little bit. I said with the Old Speckled Hen, it's got the initial sweetness, which I didn't like, and then the malty finish, which was actually quite nice. I'm getting the malty finish on the end of this, but hold on. It's got the tropical fruit on top of it, which is, I'm not sure if I like that, but I'm getting the same flavour from the Old Speckled Hen original as I am from this, which I guess is good because it's an Old Speckled Hen spin-off is the word I was looking for there and I couldn't think of it. It's an Old Speckled Hen spin-off and it does taste like the original, but better. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a tropical version of Old Speckled Hen, and to me, I think this version works a lot better for my palate than the original. It's still not my favourite. The taste, I think it's just the Old Speckled Hen flavour in there that I don't particularly like. I like the tropical on top of it, but the maltiness underneath it doesn't really do it for me, so I could probably have another one of these. If I was in a pub and they had these, I probably would have another, so I'm going to rate it a 5.5. It is just slightly better than the original, but it's still not the best, but I've also had worse. 5.75 because I was toying with a 6, but it's not quite a 5, so 5.75 for the Old Golden Hen. Next up we have East Coast IPA, American hops and East of England brewing, 4% volume, This 4% beer fuses a punchy citrus aroma of American hops with the easy drinking refreshment of classic British pale ales. This one I think is just going to be generic. Again, I didn't have high hopes for this box, but the first one wasn't great, the old speckled hen. The old gold hen that we just drank was just alright. Will this one redeem it? Let's just find out. Oh, it says something else. Amarillo, Centennial, and Citra hops deliver citrus fruits, tropical, floral, and spicy notes. Pale malt gives a clean, easy drinking body. Fresh, tropical, hoppy, crisp and bold with easy drinking body. This is pretty much the same colour as the gold speckled hen, is that what it was called? Old golden hen. It's pretty much the same colour as that. I'm not getting a scent from this. Tropical. Slightly bitter. Maybe malty. I'm getting citrus and I'm getting hops mainly. The head's already dissipated. That one's quite nice. That one reminds me of Adnam's Ghost Ship. That one is my favourite non-alcohol that I've found so far, the Adnam's Ghost Ship. And this tastes like that. The full alcohol version of Ghost Ship is not my favourite, again because of the taste of the alcohol in there. Just knocks it down a bit from the non-alcohol version, which is very, very nice. This tastes more like the non-alcohol version, and I think I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. It's better than the golden hen. It's right in front of me and I still can't remember what it's called. Old golden hen. This one is better than that. East Coast IPA. This one's crisp. It's got a dryness to it, but it's not quite enough for me to call it dry. The Citra hops in there are, I think, what takes this over to a 6 from a 5.5. That, and it tastes a lot like Ghost Ships, which has Citra hops in it, so it makes sense. East Coast IPA is getting a 6 out of 10 from me. We're halfway through the box, and so far from the one I like least to the one I liked most is the old speckled hen down at the end. It just wasn't for me. And then after that, the old golden hen. That one was alright, it was better than the normal old speckled hen, but still nothing to shout about. And then the one that we've just tried, the East Coast IPA, is in first place right now. So we're about halfway through. In fact, we are exactly halfway through. Beer number 4 out of 6 is Greene King IPA. Fun fact, in the pub that I work in, there's beer mats all over the ceiling, and it just so happens that where I stand behind the bar, the beer mat that I tend to stare at the most is a Greene King IPA beer mat. We don't sell it in my pub, I don't think we ever have, and I for one have never tried it, but I look at it almost every single day, so I'm pretty excited to try this. So this is darker than most of the IPAs I've seen. A lot of them are dark, but they're more of a dark gold colour. This is more almost reddish. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera because it always makes it look darker than it is, but this to me looks, just like I said, almost red, whereas most of the IPAs that I've tried, whereas they've been dark, it's been more of a dark orange than a dark red. But maybe it's just a lie, maybe this is orange, but to me, it looks red. Not getting much on the nose. Cheers. It's not immediately offensive. If anything, for an IPA, it's watery. Yeah, I think the percentage reflects this quite well. 3.6% volume. Although the colour's nice and dark, it's just watery. It tastes like water. After me saying I'm not a fan of the strong flavours that most IPAs have, I do want it to have more punch than this. I'm all for the flavours, it's just when the alcohol overpowers the taste of the hops or any of the other flavours that are going on in the beer, I don't like it. This doesn't have enough going on for me. A lot of the IPAs that I've got in the Beer 52 boxes that I review have been along the lines of about 5.6 to 7.6% volume. This is 3.6 and it's just not doing it for me. Like, I think if they'd have made it maybe a 4.6 or a 5%, it would have had that little bit extra oomph, but they've made it a bit too watery. It's not the most terrible thing. I think I would choose this over the Old Speckled Hen. So just for that reason, I'm going to give this a straight 5 again. Hello, it is tomorrow. Apparently I couldn't finish 6 beers in one day because I'm a pussy, but today we are having the Ruddle's Best Country Ale, 3.7% volume. Ruddle's Best is an English ale with hoppy citrus undertones balanced with a bitterness and a light sweetness. It has an aroma that is packed with soft fruit notes and clean moorishness. Don't know if you can tell, but I've already had a couple of beers today. I guess it smells like citrus, but I wouldn't pick up citrus if this was my first smell of it. This is darker, you can definitely tell that on the smell. It smells deeper. I'm not very, what's the word? I don't know a lot about dark beer. I've only recently got into dark beer in the past year or so. I'm usually, well, I say usually, I was a lager / pale man. I don't really like lager anymore. This is not bad for what it is. It's definitely better than the Speckled Hen. The soft fruit notes I'm definitely getting. It's not harsh like a dark beer is because it's not that dark. Anything that was darker than a lager, let's say, I would class as a dark beer because I didn't know any better. But this is not bad. A lot of the darker beers I don't like because they're too bitter, but that comes with a lot of the pales as well, which I've found. It's not the darkness of the beer, let's say. I don't know how to describe it because, like I said, I'm not that into dark beers, but anything that's paler than a light yellow I would have classed as a dark beer or a bitter, and this is nice. This is definitely, it doesn't taste bitter. It's not sweet. Yeah, it's not sweet, but it's not bitter. It's got the fruity notes in there. Citrus, I wouldn't say. For me personally, I'm not getting the citrus, but it's nice. I would definitely have another of these. I'm going to give it a straight 5 because I don't think it's not nice enough that it's more than a 5, but it's also not disgusting that I don't want another. I would have another of these. I wouldn't choose it, but if it was there, I would definitely have another, so 5 out of 10. Today we are drinking the final beer in our box. This one is Belhaven Brewery 80 shilling, specially selected, rich, smooth, rounded, 3.9%. The shilling name is typical of traditional Scots ales. Fucking hell, I'll try that again, shall I? The shilling names, typical of traditional Scots ales, refer to the historic wholesale price of a cask. 80 shillings with top shelf stuff, so only the best ingredients are used in our classic. I'm going to guess that's a symbol for shilling. 80 shilling with 3 local malts and 2 hop varieties, creating a rich copper-coloured beer with malty, toffee and soft fruit character. I don't want to judge it before we try it, so I'm just going to open it and... Oh, my tripod was on top of my bottle opener. So just on that first sip to stop it from overspilling, I'm definitely getting some of the toffee notes through. On the top here it says Belhaven, or the beautiful harbour, nestles among the rolling barley fields of Scotland's beautiful east coast. For nearly 300 years we have brewed in this place using only finest ingredients. Continuing that long tradition, this range of specialty beers each have its own unique taste and style, and together they represent the very best of Scottish brewing. It smells a little bit fruity, but it's mainly malty and a little bit sweet, definitely toffee. Yeah, mainly toffee just in that. It's a nice red colour, or copper colour is what it says on the bottle. Again, it always looks darker on the video than it actually is. In person, it looks really, really dark red on there, but it's just kind of medium red-ish. It smells like toffee, a little bit malty, and then the flavour is exactly toffee and malt. This one's not bad. I'm going to give this I can't remember what I was rating them out of. I think it was 10, so I think this one is going to be... Six out of 10. It is slightly better than just alright. So, this Great British Ales collection by Greene King, Bury St Edmunds. I wouldn't recommend it personally because it's just not really for me. I've liked 3 out of 6, I'd say. I can't remember which one was my favourite, but I will put it on screen now. It was the one that tasted like the Adnams Ghost Ship. Can't remember what it was, but that one was the best. If you like, I'm gonna burp. If you like British ales, British pubs, that type of thing, then definitely give them a go. Me personally, I wouldn't get them again. I probably wouldn't get any out of this box again, if I'm being honest with you. It's just not my thing. But I bought them, I tried them. I like that you got 6 different ones to try rather than just buying 6 of the same beer. I don't tend to do that much nowadays. But these Great British Ales, 5 out of 10. Nice idea, not really for me. If they did it with, I don't even know, sours maybe, or... I don't really like IPAs that much. I think I prefer APAs, and I don't actually know. From the top of my head today, I cannot work out what kind of beer that I like. All I know is that this Great British box, not really for me. But if you like it and you try it, leave me a comment telling me what your favourite is out of the box. Subscribe for more videos, and peace.